Stop being so sensitive. Quit getting butthurt so easily. Do you ever find yourself in this position where somebody says something to you and it can be just the slightest perceived criticism or maybe just a little bit of a pushback on one of your ideas, and suddenly you shut down and you withdraw and you get quiet and you get hurt? If this is you, not to worry. I struggle with that too. But on today's video, I want to give us some ideas of how we might be able to overcome that, how we can strengthen our nervous system in such a way that when we're faced with these kind of challenges in life, we don't collapse. Instead, we're able to stand strong and face whatever's coming at us and be able to move with precision and skill and open-heartedness. But before I do, I want to remind you to please like and subscribe to this video and share its content if you find any value from it, because this is what helps this channel grow. Not only do I appreciate it, the algorithm does too. It only takes you a second. Just click the button. Boom. There you go. Awesome. Thank you very much. All right, let's get into today's topic. One of my daily practices is I get up in the morning and I have a ritual. I do some stretching. I'll do some meditation, some quiet time, some prayers, some reflection. Maybe I'll light a little bit of sage or some incense. And then afterwards, I'll typically pick up one of my books that I use as inspiration. And this morning I picked up Way of the Superior Man, and I read this. Notice if you react to persons or situations that hurt you by withdrawing, hiding, closing in on yourself. Notice if there are times when you find it difficult to look into someone's eyes, or times your chest or solar plexus become tense and contracted. These are the signs of an unskillful reaction to hurt. And that hit me between the eyes, because it wasn't that long ago, I had a situation where I had said something to somebody, and it was fairly innocent. In fact, it was very innocent. And they reacted in a way that was surprising to me. And I did just that. I got hurt. I got butthurt. I withdrew. I couldn't make eye contact with this person. I started ruminating about this person. And again, it's somebody I love, but their reaction hurt me. In my unskillfulness, I collapsed. And not only did I collapse, but I ruminated about it. I thought about it. It went on for even a couple of days afterwards. I was thinking about the event. And the truth was, I didn't respond to it very well. And when I read this morning, it hit me as in, Chuck, this is one of those times where you acted unskillful. Now, you're probably familiar with the idea of negativity bias. And negativity bias is we typically only see the negative. So somebody can give you 100 compliments, but it's that one little criticism that you tend to remember over and over again. This was absolutely my negativity bias kicking in, because there's been plenty of times where I have held an open heart, where I've been able to sit with the tension, having somebody being upset with me or taking a criticism or taking a complaint. But in this particular time, I was really caught off guard and I dropped down into that lower state. What do you do when something like this happens? Maybe you've been in a similar situation where something happened and you fell down into that lower state and you really didn't know what to do. I want to give you a couple ideas of some things that I do and some things that I did during that time that were helpful for me. And the first thing is you got to become aware of the fact that you've fallen down into that lower state. I think just the awareness of I've fallen down into this lower state and I'm not really doing my best right now. That's the number one thing you have to do, is just create an awareness. The only way to do that really is through practice. And that practice would be checking in with yourself at various times throughout the day, asking yourself, how am I feeling right? What's going on with me? How am I emotionally feeling? How am I physically feeling? Get in the habit of asking yourself, how do I feel in this moment? What will happen is as you get into the habit of that, you'll start to notice your body shift, different moods shift for you, different emotional states that will shift. You'll begin to see a correlation between the events around you and how that affects you in your system. After you've developed that awareness and you're aware of your emotional state, this is where you can start to make some conscious choices. And you can't make the conscious choices if you're unconscious about the state that you're in. That's why it's so important. But the first conscious thing you want to be able to do is just drop in and get centered and get solid and allow yourself to open up your chest, move your arms back, take some deep breaths, and allow yourself to feel fully the pain, the hurt, because you were hurt. And just breathe with that. Slow everything down. Try not to think about the event, but just focus on the feeling that you're having inside your body. Where does it show up? Where is that pain at? Is it in your stomach, your chest, your shoulders? Just create an awareness around it. And again, just breathe into it. And once you get clear on where the feeling exists within you, then you can begin to hold it. What do I mean by holding it? By holding it is you find that place in your body where the tension's at, the pain is at, and you allow yourself to just focus on that part of your body. And it can be more than one part. Again, like it might be your shoulders and your chest, it might be your abdomen, but just take focus on that part of your body. Give all of that attention and that energy to the place in your body where it hurts, and allow yourself to feel into that. Slowly, methodically feel. And just let it sit. Just let it sit and hold it. And the pain is going to do what it's going to do. But the more you stop ruminating about the event and you just focus on that part of your body that's hurting, what you'll start to notice after a while is that pain will slowly start to fade, almost like a mist. The pain will just naturally move through your body and out of your body and into the universe. And it's at this point that you can give up a prayer of gratitude. You can give blessings to the person that hurt you. And it's really important to get your mind off of the event. And the best way to get your mind off of the event is to focus on that place in your body where you're feeling the pain. And it's very important when we're going through this process that we create open space. Oftentimes I'll see people and they'll fold their arms and they'll kind of hunch over like this, and you can just see their whole person just collapse. And we want to be able to respond just to the opposite way, which again, why we want to create consciousness around what it is that we're doing. We want to open up the chest, open up the solar plexus. You can move your shoulders back. And as you're breathing through all of this, create slowness and stillness. Now, if you truly want to master this skill and you want to make repair, do this, what I just described, with the other person sitting in front of you. And if they're not available, you can also do it just imagining them sitting in front of you. If they're sitting in front of you, make eye contact. Don't close your eyes, make eye contact. I find it's really easy to just look at the person's left eye and then create that gaze. And as you're breathing, as you're holding, as you're opening up your chest and you're creating that awareness around where the pain is, continue to hold eye gaze. And as you hold that eye gaze and as that pain starts to sort of mist out of you and you're able to bring gratitude and appreciation for the other person, just send that out through your heart chakra. Let it permeate the other person as if they can feel your love for them. Now, I guarantee this can feel a little awkward at first, but if you do this, if you practice this with your partner, I can tell you it's going to take you into deeper levels of intimacy than you've ever experienced before. So try it out. Now, the most important thing is that we practice this over and over and over again. This is a practice. And the reason we practice it is because the more we practice it, the shorter and shorter the time span between being hurt and resolving through the hurt can happen. You can process through an entire situation in less than a minute just by practicing these exercises. And again, doing it with your partner, that's probably the most valuable thing you can do for your own nervous system and for their nervous system, is to practice this with them. Now, the reason we practice this, the reason we do this, is because the more we do it, the more masculine energy that we're able to achieve. The more masculine energy we have, the more attractive we're going to be to the people in the world around us. We're going to be able to inspire others, lead others, but we can't do it when we're in that lower state. We have to move ourselves out of that. And it is your responsibility, if you're hurt, to take care of yourself and work yourself through this process so that you can get on the other side of it and lead others from your masculine heart. Anyway, that's what I got for you today. If you like this video, please like, subscribe. I'll see you next time.